Risen from the ashes to school the masses. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Scholars of Wrestling Show. I am your man behind the mic, your freak with a microphone, Jeff. Alongside with me, as always, is Scholar Tarek. What's going on, sir?
Since apparently you're the freak with a microphone, I guess it's not even a challenge anymore. It's just like shooting fish in a barrel. Isn't that true, Sphincter Boy?
Huh? What? And to my other left, Scholar Bride. What's up, sir?
I was expecting you to go with Mr. Scream. As we blow the mic, as we blow this.
The audience is now deaf.
Hey, you did say Mr. Scream, okay?
And I'll tell you what, it's because we're in such a jovial mood because it's SummerSlam week on the East Coast, which is where we are, which means that we are absolutely surrounded by quality wrestling all week long.
What could possibly go wrong?
The fact that we actually don't show up to it, that's
Whoops.
that's the part that can go wrong.
Well, hey, it's come on. It's a big time. We're talking about big time pay-per-view shows on the East Coast. Of course they're going to sell out fast. No wonder we couldn't get tickets.
Takeover was sold out in like 30 seconds.
Well, like 30.
Takeover!
Even if it was a more sensible figure and it was just 30 minutes, it would still be believable because it's NXT, it's Takeover, it's on the East Coast.
It's SummerSlam.
It's Brooklyn, baby!
Brooklyn. Crime time.
We miss you.
Yeah.
I do. The beginnings. The
And
beginnings,
really-
not the ending. The beginnings, when they were actually doing Crime Time.
Yeah, have you heard anything from, like, JTG's book at all?
No.
Yeah, apparently...
I know that Shad was doing...
Yeah, Shad was just like a magnet for, like, heat in the locker room, and no one liked him.
magnet for heat, but he's also been the most successful with the comic book thing and all that. Like, he actually has stuff out, while JTG is
Comic
taking a
book.
little while.
Comic book? What do you mean?
What? Wait.
Wait,
Why? Wait.
Shad Gaspard has a comic book?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay, that's news to me, man.
What's kind of shocking to me is that we're actually still talking about Crime Time.
Yeah, really.
Hey, Crime Time! Yeah.
I'm just like, that was the one. Like, wait, what? Why are we still talking about this? It's SummerSlam weekend. We're not talking about a tag team.
Brooklyn.
Okay,
Yes,
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that.
Yes. As if you couldn't have figured it out by now, there's not really too much in the world of backstage news because, really, as far as news is concerned, there's so much other things going on the East Coast this week that, you know what? Between this East Coast and around the world, let's just get right into it.
It's time to explode in Climax.
Yes.
God.
Yes, of course, Brian is talking about the one and only G1 Climax tournament presented by New Japan Pro Wrestling. And it just ended this week, and holy crap on a shingle. It was amazing. I really did have a climax.
It's
Ew.
the Nakamura versus Okada.
You saw that. Okay, other than that, did you guys happen to see any bit of the G1 Climax the closing weekend?
I watched the final match.
I
did?
watched the
Yes,
final
I did.
match. Yeah.
That match was declared
Bless
as
you.
by Dave Meltzer as a certified 5-star match.
It really was.
Yeah.
Although,
I can see
like,
It was so good.
it was very good. I do admit, like in the beginning, it was very slow, and I'm just like, I kind of hope they could pick this up a little bit. But when they did, I was just like, yes, I am loving every second of this. I think the moment, like the one move highlight for me was when Nakamura dodged the frog splash. And just all of a sudden, kick in the back of the head, and yeah, that hurt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I actually like when they do that. That's like Japanese style wrestling. They start off slow, get the feel for each other, and then like 5 to 10 minutes in, they start ramping it up, and that's when it gets exciting. But the build up makes it oh so much better in the end.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. This one was definitely one of those slow build matches, but if you're by that time, odds are if you have just watched this entire thing right from the beginning to the end, you're in there. You're you're just in for every single detail
of the climax.
You are locked in for the climax.
You are locked in for the climax.
You are just taking whatever the climax is giving you, and you are liking every second of it.
You know, I'm just going to ignore that because
you know I'm right.
Even when even when Tanahashi was going for what's that, like, just for like a simple hammerlock. Even when he's going for Nakamura's injured elbow, he's actually selling it.
Oh yeah,
and
you don't get that a lot in the States these days.
Speaking of not getting it a lot in the States, spoiler alert for the ending of the match: Tanahashi wins. He's your winner of the G1 Climax.
After what, 4 frog splashes? Like throughout the whole match.
Yeah,
I think he did like 2 big ones at the end. Like one while...
He calls them high fly flows.
That's a little surprising to me. I thought Nakamura...
Yeah,
that was a little surprising. But hey, surprises are good.
Yeah. But even then, he actually sold... Tanahashi sold it like he went through a war, which he did.
It was
32
definitely
minutes worth of just raw wrestling. And it was just... And it was acting all humble. It's like, yeah, thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting me. I couldn't have done without the fans. He was basically John Cena, except booked correctly.
It's funny, like you were saying, like you just said it. He's booked correct. He's the John Cena booked correctly. It's just, I was just noticing all the Tanahashi chants throughout the match. And I'm just like, damn. And then by the end, there was like a mixture of both. And I'm like, I am pumped. The crowd reaction, the match itself, loving every second of it.
Oh yeah,
Japan knows how to do it. They know how to do it right.
Yeah, they're holding back on us. Come on, Japan. Give us some
talent.
Now,
and now that they're, at least NJPW is branching out into the States with the shows, and they're doing it over the internet and all that noise, and it. Good times for wrestling fans to come.
Yeah. You mean good time for wrestling fans to climax?
Oh!
As far as in all semi-seriousness, as far as this is really the only item I've got that's remotely backstage news related. New Japan just recently posted their earnings from compared to the last fiscal year. Their profits are actually up 22%.
And I guarantee you, it's because they branched out for how many shows have they done over the internet in the United States?
They had the English commentary for Wrestle Kingdom 9 at the beginning of the year, and then they also have a TV deal in the United States it's almost like a clip show of past shows.
Okay, well basically that Wrestle Kingdom 9 being shown in the States is I guarantee you is a big part of that 22% increase. That, like, if they keep expanding into the United States, we might finally have that second option.
Oh yeah,
we might finally have that product to supplement the I would call it stale WWE product of today, right now. Mm-hmm. We finally have that number 2, and it's Japan, and I'm loving what I'm seeing.
Yeah, and for the record, just to get an actual more concrete factoid for this whole thing, according to figures, that 22% translates out to an additional profit compared to the last year of $21.5 million US.
Damn.
Good for NJPW.
Yeah.
That is
golf clap.
You get a golf clap, and hopefully more of your shows will come over with English commentary, so I can actually understand what you're saying.
Did anyone else notice that one commentator was just losing his mind throughout the match?
That's the way he always is.
I'm just like, God damn, man, calm down. You're scaring me.
He always has a heart attack every single match.
he was just losing his mind. I'm just like, oh my
It's
god.
like, Baba,
Hey, I'd actually like someone to actually have some feeling in their commentary.
Oh, I love
after.
But that was just a little bit of an overdose for me. I'm just like, is this guy? Did he like take an adrenaline shot
like
before?
He's like the soccer announcers.
Yeah,
from Brazil.
Pretty much. Yeah,
It was
that's what
just.
you're
I'm just
talking
like,
It's like they're
God
nice and
damn.
calm. They're nice and calm, and then all of a sudden,
Go!
My God.
But you know what? It's New Japan, so naturally,
Everyone's on
there's
adrenaline.
more.
Of course, there's more.
Yes,
Any news on DVD Phil?
sort of. Sort of. He did have a tag match with the Bullet Club again. And apparently he came out to new music.
Oh boy.
Why can't we be
friends?
Why
Better.
Can't we?
It is apparently, from what I understand, the official theme song to Chaos as sung by DVD Phil.
Oh my lord.
And it sounds like a drunken Japanese businessman at karaoke night.
Oh no.
I must hear this immediately.
It is glorious.
I must.
Don't
hear
know where
this.
to find the recording. As you figured, on YouTube or whatever, they only got the big matches like the finals of the G1 Climax.
Of course.
But oh man, it is. I was watching this thing at just like 4 in the morning, and I'm just like sipping coffee, like trying to stay awake, and like a half stupor. And all of a sudden, DVD Phil comes out to him singing drunken karaoke. And I'm like, now this is entertainment.
You're just taking this sip and you just stop like, what am I hearing right now?
I love it.
I love it. DVD Phil is winning matches, and it looks like me after a night at the Sizzler. I love it.
Oh god.
Oh, and you know what's even better? I looked on ProWrestlingTees.com because they're the official vendor of New Japan t-shirts. They actually have the DVD Phil t-shirt.
It's not called DVD Phil though.
No, it's Toru Yano. Yeah, but whatever. Yeah,
It should be DVD Phil.
We
it's
get a
DVD
t-shirt.
Phil in our hearts.
We get a t-shirt that looks exactly the same with the logos and everything, except we get it changed to DVD Phil.
I'm going on ProWrestlingTees.com right now. I'm going to see if I can look it up. Because, oh man, I also want to do like a bet where if we like do really really horribly, we all have to buy the DVD Phil t-shirt. New Japan t-shirt, blah blah blah. Scrolling.
Loading. Does that say Super Kick Party? Oh,
yeah,
door.
Super Kick Party. It's the Young Bucks.
Oh boy. Where's
Podcast and
promo?
Wrestling Pro. Where's promo ever?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, we'll look it up later. Anytime. In the meantime, coming back to the United States, we all know how great the G1 Climax is. Looking forward to great things from New Japan in the future. In the meantime, we gotta take care of business on the United States front. Specifically, the East Coast.
Brooklyn,
New York, New Jersey, our territory. And as we were talking about right before we even get to SummerSlam, we've got an NXT pay-per-view, Takeover. And
That sold out in legitimately 30 seconds.
yeah,
Okay. That is insane. That's NXT.
Well, yeah, you're damn right it's NXT.
That just shows you how good Triple H and Stephanie McMahon have built this brand up. Because year and a half, 2 years ago, that would have been unheard of. They
Again, we don't have enough time on this particular episode to go into extreme detail. I'm sure we're going to cover it next week in much greater detail. After it all happens, we'll cover all the aftermath in great detail.
Mm-hmm.
But just briefly going over the entire card. I mean, obviously we got Finn Balor and Kevin
I've got a
Owens
problem.
in the ladder war. You got a problem with
Okay.
all this?
No, I don't have a problem with the card. Apparently, okay, from what I've seen and heard, okay, there are pictures from NXT tapings over the next couple weeks that have leaked showing
No spoilers here. We're not a spoiler show.
Showing certain things that could possibly spoil results of certain matches.
Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about.
So,
yes.
I really hope that what I have been seeing isn't true, because that is completely messed up. That is an oversight and a half, and that shows that certain people are not ready for that kind of business.
I'm sorry, I just pulled up on the screen. I finally pulled up the DVD Phil T-shirt,
and it looks amazing.
Wow,
It's basically the Einstein sticking his tongue out right beside it. It's DVD Phil sticking his tongue out, doing the Einstein face with brain of the evil on it. It's crazy. Go to ProWrestlingTees.com, type in Toru Yano, and just look up whatever comes up.
Oh dear Lord!
I've got a feeling this is going to be a Scholars of Wrestling bet in the future. So one of us has the excuse to get this thing.
Basically, what I'm saying is that this whole pictures on the internet leaked of they shouldn't tape shows after a pay-per-view before the pay-per-view. Say you have the pay-per-view takeover, and then like say Monday, Tuesday afterwards you tape a whole setup of shows going into the next pay-per-view. But if what I see over the internet comes true this Sunday, it's NXT Amateur Hour. Basically, it's not good. It's not good business, guys.
Call me crazy, but I'm not entirely convinced that this maybe just wasn't a red herring for this weekend.
That's my thought, and I hope it is. Okay, but if it's not, and certain people come out on top, then I'm gonna have a problem with the show. It's gonna be less enjoyable for me.
I can see that, but even if we just look at very quickly everything else that's going on the card, the women's title match between Bayley and Sasha Banks, we're talking about Baron Corbin versus Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
talking about New Japan, we're talking about Jushin Thunder Liger versus Tyler Breeze. I mean,
there's not much that is.
You're not wanting for much on
not
this show.
Exciting about this show.
Seriously,
it's
Jushin
a great
Thunder
card.
Liger in a WWE ring.
It's a great card.
Ba-boom.
I just hope that they didn't ruin my enjoyment of results of certain matches because of stupidity. But for everything else that can't be possibly spoiled in a picture, I'm excited about NXT TakeOver. Big time.
Let me just say this, and then we'll move on. Because of the time, just going back to New Japan for one more final second. Because of the timing between the United States and Japan, and the timing of the show itself for the final of the G1 Climax, I had the final match spoiled for me. I was like, oh, bummer, I want Nakamura to win, whatever. But then I actually sat down and watched the match. When I watched the match, it was just as good. When I actually sat down and watched it, still a 5-star match, still 32 minutes of gold. I've got to believe with the quality of wrestling talent that they've got in Finn Balor and Kevin Owens, no matter what happens, I'm still going to be entertained. Whether or not the reports from the NXT quote-unquote tapings were true or not.
What do you think, Scarlett Tarek?
Oh, I honestly just ignored I did my best to keep away from any spoilers. So that's why I'm going in this without anything happening.
I was unfortunate enough to watch a wrestling news and rumors show on YouTube.
And they just...
I didn't know what they were going to talk about going into it. I watch it every week, and it came out. I haven't seen the pictures. I haven't read anything.
It's honestly a shame on them. It's a shame on them that they had to report it. If they were to think, okay, let's try. We're wrestling fans and we want to support the company. How do we do that? By not telling them spoilers. By not talking about them. By not talking about the pictures and the leaked pictures in general. Go in. Don't have your audience basically turn away from wrestling just because, oh, I don't like. It's like, oh, I'm not a huge fan of the results. I don't know if it's gonna have me watch it or not.
We have enough of that with SmackDown.
Hell, whoever's a fan of TNA have had enough of that with TNA shows.
Yeah, because they do the whole taping months in advance. Yeah, so, like there's stuff coming out on TV right now that was taped like 5 months ago.
Oh, brother.
So yeah, that's why I try my best to stay away from those kind of spoiler. The only spoiler readings I actually read is just SmackDown. Mainly just because, let's say, it's just like, okay, let's see if it is an episode worth watching.
Let's see what matches I'm interested in so I can catch them on YouTube.
Pretty much, yeah.
Anyway, I'm sure we're all going to end up watching it anyway.
Oh, of course.
Oh, yeah.
If not live, then catching the replays or whatever. It's going to be great.
It's NXT TakeOver. We don't really know the results. It's just...
Bagoo.
It's just...
It's just Bagoo.
Possibilities may have come to our attention.
But anyway, that's just NXT. Meanwhile, we're still building to what should be the big show of the weekend, and that is WWE Summerslam.
If it's not the big show of the weekend, then I'm going to be extremely disappointed.
I'll tell you what, it better be, let's face it, with at least 10 matches on the card in a 4-hour show, there should be something for pretty much anyone here. So, again, we got 10 matches to go through. Let's get right into it.
And only half of them are filler.
Yeah, really. Jumping right in, let's go to it. Match number 1, Randy Orton versus Sheamus. Fellas, who do you got?
You want to go first with this one, Brian?
This one's a crapshoot, in my opinion. You had Randy Orton win last month because he was returning the hometown boy or whatever. What I would like to see... Okay, Sheamus is your Money in the Bank champion, Money in the Bank holder. I would like to see Sheamus get a victory. Do I think it will happen? I'm iffy. Because of the way WWE predicts. I'm going with my heart. Sheamus.
The only reason I'm picking Sheamus as well, and really I can see them continuing this feud between Orton and Sheamus, because really, other than that, what really do these guys have? They really are in dead air right now, except when they're facing each other. So, and Randy Orton, you said it, Brian. Randy Orton won last month, so I can see them evening it out with Sheamus taking the victory here.
It doesn't have to be clean, just needs to be a victory.
I don't know. Something about it, to me, just seems like, you know what, I gotta go with my gut, and my gut still tells me, Randy Orton's still going to take this. I don't know why. It's probably got no basis in logic or reality, but something about this just says, you know what, I got a gut feeling Randy Orton's going to take this.
I just feel like they've already killed a King of the Rings momentum. They've already killed it dead. Okay, don't do the same thing to the Money in the Bank holder a year after you had such a good one in Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if he loses twice in a row to Randy Orton, you've killed all momentum, and I can see him losing in the briefcase.
I see Sheamus needing this win a lot more than Randy Orton does.
Absolutely true.
Orton is what, 13-time world champion?
Something like that. Something absurd.
Yeah, Orton can put over Sheamus.
Yeah,
Orton
Orton can not do anything else, and he would have a pretty safe spot for the rest of his career. Mm-hmm. So, and I think, like I said, Sheamus needs this win a little more.
Absolutely. Moving on, our next match, we have Rusev versus Dolph Ziggler. Gentlemen, who do you got?
If we're going by last month, the returning Randy Orton gets a victory, I would normally go Dolph Ziggler for this one, but it's against Rusev. And this is even more of a crapshoot than the first one. This is...
Yeah, think about this, don't you?
While he's thinking about this, I don't... Oh, you're coin tossing it, huh? Oh, jeez. It's that bad. This one is also kind of a challenge for me, but I'm just trying to think on a booking-wise. I mean, they had this whole thing, Rusev completely destroying Dolph Ziggler and quote-unquote injuring him, putting him on the shelf for a few weeks, and they bring him back now just to lose. I don't know. That's just a little hard for me to swallow. So I think Ziggler might come out with this one.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. This, between the timing and the build and everything, I think Dolph Ziggler is definitely do something. Even if the win is not clean, which I've got a feeling it won't be.
It won't be. It's not going to be.
They're not going to have Dolph Ziggler beat Rusev clean.
It's not. It's only going to be because he's going to be distracted with Lana and Summer Rae. Yeah, and that's going to give Ziggler the opportunity to zigzag a pin win.
I flipped the coin.
Yes,
and Ziggler wins.
Okay, so
all from a coin toss. The power of the coin.
With all this discussion, did you really have to flip a coin for that?
He was in that. You know what? If he has that much of like
my whole thing is it's Rusev. Okay, if it was anybody else, I would have picked Ziggler straight out. But this is Rusev we're talking about.
And this is also post-Cena Rusev.
Post-Cena Rusev, but yeah, I'm sure that they want to try to build him up.
Post-Cena Rusev has only lost one singles match
so far.
I have a hard time seeing them. Okay, no, you got to build him back up.
He's had plenty of
after Cena, so it's hard for me to straight up say Ziggler's going to beat Rusev when you know that they want to rebuild Rusev. So it was rough. Had to flip the coin. The coin says Ziggler.
Hey, so we made our picks. Ziggler it is, all across the board. Let's see here. Next match, we have triple threat match for the Intercontinental title. Ryback versus Big Show versus The Miz. Gentlemen, who you got?
Ryback, because the other two don't deserve to be Intercontinental champions.
Here's the thing. I'm actually scared with that. Only this match is continuing, and the fact that Miz is in this feud just so he can steal one. But they are high on Ryback, and they want him to have a nice lengthy reign with the Intercontinental title. I just hate the booking because it looks like it's that whole sneaking in, stealing a pin type deal with The Miz.
I can see that, but I also see Miz trying to steal the pin on Ryback, and Ryback just standing up in the shell shock, and I think that they have Miz there to take the pin, and I think we're going to see a one-on-one Ryback Big Show match at Night of Champions. Do I want to see it? Hell no. But I think that's where we're going. I think The Miz is there to take a pin.
Yeah, I hope so.
It's certainly one of the more plausible options. Really, at this point, I'm with you guys. I don't think Ryback is going to be... The climate is not right for Ryback to be losing it right now. And
especially to these two participants.
Yeah, to these two guys.
Big Show doesn't need it.
The Miz, it was Ryback versus The Miz at the Raw Go Home show, and Ryback ate him. Right.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much. It was a squash match. Something that I've been pointing out for months. Why, like, the whole reason why Miz should not be in this feud, because every time when it's a one-on-one match with Miz and Ryback, Miz gets eaten.
See, because here's my thing. Okay? With these two guys, how is the Miz going to steal the pin? Because the Big Show, his finisher is a knockout punch. Big Show's standing up. How is the Miz going to take the Big Show down?
By Ryback shell-shocking the Big Show. Pretty much pulling a CM Punk when pushing Ryback out of the ring and stealing the pin.
I just don't...
That's the only way that it could work. I don't want it to happen. If they want to help build credibility back to the Intercontinental Championship, which everyone knows I want, giving it to someone like Miz, who is horribly booked, who was booked as just a joke, is no.
But
No.
I would still rather see the Miz be champion than the Big Show.
Yeah, there's no way Big Show.
Big Show doesn't need the title.
Big Show doesn't need the title. Big Show doesn't even really need to be there, to be completely honest. But
I've said this before. The only reason that Big Show is involved with this is he may be old and he's not as young as he used to be. He's still a name. He's still a big name, and to help build up some credibility, Ryback has to take out joking aside, a big name.
So, I say that Ryback gets the pin on The Miz for the SummerSlam match. Then a Night of Champions, they have Ryback versus the Big Show, and that's when you get the big shell shock spot that you know they're leading up to.
Naturally.
You know they're leading up to it. You know they're leading up to it, and they'll do it at Night of Champions.
I could be perfectly honest. I could see the whole shell shock moment being at SummerSlam, being like, since it's their number 2 pay-per-view, they want to have like the SummerSlam moment in response to the WrestleMania moments.
I just feel that it would be better served like actually winning a match. Mm-hmm. So, and I don't think that they're gonna have the Big Show be the loser for this match. There's a reason why the Miz was pigeonholed in, and I hope it's not what you were saying before.
It's hope. Trust me, I don't want it either. That's why but I am a little scared that that's what they do.
Yeah, I just feel that the shell shock moment is better served to end a match and a feud.
Double shell shock.
I just don't feel. If he can pull that off, kudos to you, sir.
Also, here's a funny little discussion.
Of course he can.
Here's a funny little discussion to end this one.
You stole my sandwich.
Have you seen what he's gonna wear for SummerSlam?
No, I have not.
He released pictures on Instagram of his attire. It's horrible.
How horrible are we talking, sir?
It looks like.
Is it Batista's blue meanie shit?
No. It's bright. It's like bright green.
Oh.
And whoever he got as the artist is terrible. It's just like Ryback, but he kind of looks like a black guy on the front, and on the back, it's a giant King Kong looking Ryback climbing a building. That's what it looks like. Once we stop recording, I'm going to show you guys this picture.
Yeah, please do. I'm a little
because
curious.
it is like, I'm just like, okay, his past designs, like this can't be the same guy who they had RVD had painting his tights. It can't be, because it's ugly. Granted, we're not there to look at Ryback's attire, but it's just like, okay, this is not what I would want to wear.
Hey, they can't all be winners, I'm sure, but hey, at least we all made our picks, right?
That guy is stupid.
Anyway, speaking of something that hopefully will not be stupid, next match we have the Not Wyatt family versus the Not Shield. We have Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper versus Dean Ambrose and the guy everyone wants to hate. Guys, who do you got?
I can see Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose winning, But I'm gonna basically pull a devil's advocate on this one. I'm gonna go with the Wyatt family.
Yeah, honestly, I'm thinking the same thing too.
Do you think?
If for one and only reason, I've got a nasty feeling that either Bray Wyatt, not Bray Wyatt,
Ambrose,
Dean Ambrose, or Roman Reigns are going to turn on one another, and then bam, third member of the Wyatt family.
Yeah, there's actually word going around that that they're thinking about Dean Ambrose.
I don't like that.
Becoming a member of the Wyatt family.
I don't like it either.
And that's why I'm hesitant. But the fact that Bray Wyatt got the victory at Battleground, I'm gonna put all my eggs in the Shield basket. Shield victory.
That's fine. Like I said, I'm pulling a devil's advocate on this one. But really going at this, not joining a member of the Wyatt family, but the only, between Ambrose and Reigns
needs to turn heel if anyone turns heel.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly right. Reigns can benefit more as a heel than Ambrose. Ambrose is one of your top baby faces. He's a bigger baby face than Reigns is. He really is. The fans love Dean Ambrose.
Actually, you're absolutely right.
And you know that they're gonna still cheer him, even if he turns on Reigns.
So we really get nothing if Dean Ambrose wins, and because Roman Reigns is their top powerhouse babyface, we all know what the outcome is going to be. I want them to pull on some kind of twist, and Roman Reigns would actually benefit as a great heel. I think he would be a fantastic heel. But WWE is just like, oh no, or at least Vince McMahon is like, oh no, he's what I picture to be the future of WWE, even though both Stone Cold and The Rock, two faces of the Attitude Era, were great heels. Say all you want, I love Stone Cold Steve Austin's heel.
I think
singing.
We all do, really.
Even as it was just a comedy bit, I'm just like, I love it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'm still going to go with the Wyatts taking this one.
Hey, that's a fair pick. My pick too. We'll see how it goes. Next match, we have the tag match. Fatal 4-way tag match for the tag titles. Tagly. We have Los Matadores versus the New Day versus the Primetime Players versus the Lucha Dragons. Gentlemen, who you got?
I'm not a fan of title changes in a Fatal 4-way tag team match. I'm gonna go there's only two people. There's only two
teams. Yeah.
There's only two teams who I feel like deserve to win, and it's the New Day and Primetime Players. And what's up?
Who's your pick?
So I will go with a retain. PTP.
Pitip.
This actually is a hard one for me, because Primetime Players are actually really good tag team champions. They actually are doing really well with those belts. They're actually they're doing promotional stuff, especially with Titus O'Neil. But also you have the New Day, who, in my opinion, they kind of need a win, because I just feel like they're where they were when they were tag team champions, they lost a lot of momentum after losing it, and I can see Primetime Players and New Day keeping this feud going for a long time, but I don't see the Primetime Players getting I can actually see New Day stealing this one from the Primetime Players and pinning one of the other members of the team, of the other teams. And in that case, I'm gonna go with the New Day stealing this one. Plus, they have a phoenix on as their logo, so it feels kind of right for me, since
the old Scholars logo. Yes. Honestly, I'm gonna have to be the contrarian one here yet again. I'm gonna pull for the dark horse in this match. Lucha Dragons. Every single month until it actually ends up happening.
They're his new Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, they got the Daniel Bryan spot in my heart.
I
want to see them succeed. I think just with the way that the tag division is going right now in the mainstream WWE product, I've got a gut feeling that that's what they're going to end up doing, unless they end up putting them in a major angle, which they probably won't. But with the way that they're going, I'm gonna pull for the Lucha Dragons. That was as good as any.
That would be like the big shocker for me, because even throughout this entire feud, the Lucha Dragons have just been there. Mm-hmm. They haven't been a part of this storyline. They just have been teaming up with the primetime players. Hell, the Los Matadores actually have more story going on than the Lucha Dragons, with El Torito having a little mini feud with Xavier Woods. Which, yes, that actually is a real thing.
And you know what? It's actually entertaining. So that's it for me. Because anytime Xavier Woods speaks on the outside, it's amazing.
Oh, yeah. I love that. Have you been watching his stuff on his video game channel, Up, Down, Down?
Sadly, I have not, but I do want to watch it.
It's basically him playing video games with other wrestlers. I think Cesaro was on one time.
I actually watched him on an episode.
He played Street Fighter with freaking Rusev. Rusev won. It was great.
I've actually been watching Swerved on the network. Swerved is actually a very funny show.
I actually caught like one episode of that. It was actually pretty funny.
I actually watched the episode that happened after Raw, and I swear to God, I couldn't stop laughing. Because I'm just going to put, they have this one with Paige being in on the joke, bringing Kofi Kingston. This does connect with the tag team match. With Kofi Kingston at a, looks like it was kind of like a little fruit bar or some kind of little diner place, and the whole joke is the couple next to him it has a baby with them, and the mom is saying how the baby's dirty diaper actually smells really sweet, and the poopy diaper smells very sweet, and she actually starts licking the dirty diaper, but it's obviously chocolate. But even though knowing it's chocolate, I'm just like, I'm closing my eyes, I'm squirming, I'm seeing Kofi's reaction. He actually pulls out his cell phone just so he can he's recording the person eating the poopy diaper, and I'm just like, this is the funniest thing ever.
Oh, brother.
Oh God, I couldn't stop laughing. It was really funny. Swerved, it actually is a very funny show.
Oh yeah, it is. So
okay,
we got our moving on. That's a digression.
Little off topic, but you know what?
A lot off topic, more like. Anyway, next match. 1-on-1. Kevin Owens versus Cesaro. Your boys.
This one I think is going to steal the show.
Oh yeah.
This is easily.
Yes, but who wins? That's the thing.
This is actually the hardest one for me.
I know, right?
But really going at it, Kevin Owens can lose and it won't hurt him.
So your pick is
I'm
Cesaro?
gonna pick Cesaro, because if they actually want to have this face turn, have this single face run actually mean something, where I just think he needs a win, and I could see this like another feud that can actually go on a while and actually be actually worth something. They can help get both of these guys over.
See, here's my problem with the statement, Kevin Owens can lose and it won't hurt him. Okay, backstage, they're trying to make him fail.
Certain people
are trying to make him fail, and one of them is the one who's right in Vince McMahon's ear. So if Cesaro wins, that's an issue for me, because it means that Kevin Dunn is actually getting in Vince McMahon's ear, and Vince McMahon is taking note. So therefore, in my eyes, Kevin Owens needs to win. Kevin Owens.
So that's your pick?
Yes.
I'd be happy with either of them. I'm just gonna make that
I'd be happy with either of them, but for the sake of my sanity and me not wanting to shoot Kevin Dunn in the face, Kevin Owens needs to win.
Let's face it, you were going to want to do that anyway.
I was just about to ask, even if Kevin Owens wins, does that make you not want to shoot Kevin Dunn in the face?
It doesn't make me want to. If Kevin Owens loses, I'm gonna want to get on the next. I'm gonna want to go outside, get in my car, and actually drive to Connecticut to shoot him in the face. If Kevin Owens wins, then it's like, okay, it can wait.
Yeah, let's face it. I'm going to pick Owens too, just because at this point, I feel like this one definitely could go either way.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
and who says it's going to be over after this match anyway?
Exactly. I can definitely see this leading to another feud. Maybe it'll lead to a rematch next month at whatever pay-per-view it is. I don't know. Night of Champions, thank you. Hey, even if what we've been hearing is true, spoiler alert, what if Kevin Owens wins back the NXT title
and he defends it against Cesaro at
bingo!
Night
There
of
you
Champions.
go. What if that happens? Huh?
I kind of wouldn't want that to happen.
I don't want it to happen either, but you know what? With the way we're talking, the way it seems like a possibility.
I'm not a huge fan of it.
Neither am I.
I feel like the NXT title should only be defended at NXT, not on the main roster.
You're absolutely right. I totally agree with you, but you know what? This is WWE main roster. It's crazy land. Whatever happens, happens.
Alright.
Yeah. Anyway, we made our predictions. I think we need to move on before we all go insane.
I could see Kevin Owens winning a lot more, but if I'm just doing a prediction, I'm just going to go with Cesaro, because, you know.
Cesaro is his Daniel Bryan.
You know what? I'll go with that.
We all have a Daniel Bryan. It's okay. It's all good.
If Cesaro's in a match, Cesaro wins.
Cesaro wins.
Damn right, Cesaro wins.
Yeah.
You say as you're wearing a Kevin Owens t-shirt.
I know.
Before
Irony.
we move on, you actually had the pleasure of meeting Kevin Owens the other night on the East Coast.
Yeah.
How was he?
He was awesome. He was a very nice guy. I tell him, I was like, I don't really have anything to ask, but I'm just going to leave you with this confidence I have that you and Cesaro are going to steal the show at SummerSlam. He laughed, and he said, I will try my best. And I was like, I know you will. I know you will, man. I know.
You gotta love. I love that guy. He seems like a genuine guy. I'm glad he's at where he's at.
And he has very small hands. I just have to point that out. When I shook his hand, I'm just like, my hands are just ginormous compared to yours, dude.
Speaking of ginormous, we got a 3-way tag match for the women. Yeah, Team Bella. Team Bad.
Are you trying to be dirty with that whole huge comment?
I tried to, but it's failing.
Yeah.
Team Bella. Team
we
Bad.
already had
PCB,
my climax jokes.
Team Submission Sorority. Team Brazzers. I don't even care. Who wins?
Team PCB.
PCB? Okay.
Yeah.
Ryan, who you got?
Yeah, same.
Really? Okay, I'm going to be completely 100% biased here and go with the team that Sasha Banks is on.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Let's just put it this way, okay? Team Bella ain't winning.
Yeah, I'll be honest, my pick was I really didn't think too hard about
Sasha
this.
Banks is his women's Daniel Bryan.
Yes, Sasha Banks is my waifu.
And guess what? Becky Lynch is mine, so Team PCB. So Team PCB.
What'd you call it?
Tim. I said Tim instead of Team.
Oh, boy.
Jeez. I'm just going to say this right now, because I'm just going to have to say, really looking at, like, with you guys going on about the Divas Revolution the past couple of weeks, like, I do agree it's so great to see Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte on the main roster.
Yeah, it has been a little disappointing in the last couple of weeks.
That's exactly it. There's nothing really revolutionary that I have seen in this Divas Revolution.
These divas are winning.
Gimmick.
They're winning. That's the revolution, apparently. They're
Like,
beating
they're
the
just-
Bellas all over the place. and
They're
winning,
not.
So.
There is no one making their mark. I think the only one that's actually close to that is Charlotte.
Because she won on the pay-per-view.
Not even just that. Just that whole one promo that she's going on, that she wants to main event WrestleMania. She wants to be the WWE's Ronda Rousey and all that. I'm just like, that's the closest thing that I actually have gotten to showing I'm going to lead a revolution.
Well,
but when it comes to like the matches themselves, it's just nothing's blowing me away.
Well, then again, one thing I did know is Sasha Banks did beat Nikki Bella clean.
Yeah, and they also did a spot
Really?
Where,
Oh yeah.
That's not this past Monday.
Wait, wasn't that?
Was it this past Monday that they had?
It was on SmackDown or something.
No, it was this Monday.
Okay,
that wasn't clean.
My brain is like mush right now. I apologize.
That wasn't clean.
That wasn't clean because Naomi had to like distract them.
Yeah, whatever. It's still wet.
That's actually what I hated. I hated that.
I had a problem with that match. The fact that they tried the kick spot again and completely missed.
That was another one. I actually watched that on the newest episode of Botchamania this morning. But yeah, there's when it comes to the Divas Revolution, I actually am going to agree with what Mick Foley posted this week, saying that there needs to be another pipe bomb.
Yeah, something upset the established order.
Have Charlotte drop it. She already did.
She started with. I'm going to just say a grenade.
Grenade.
I'm going to say
she
just
started
with
a grenade. Now she needs to drop the bomb.
The only diva that actually made anything close to a pipe bomb was AJ Lee, and they did nothing with it.
Yeah, because everyone.
She immediately lost.
The fellas got butt hurt about say it to our face. They're like, dude, shut up.
Say it to her face. She kind of did.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to this Divas Revolution, there hasn't been much to really satisfy. Yes, it's caught my attention. I'm like, okay, I love Sasha Banks. I love Charlotte. I love Becky Lynch. But they're not doing any other than just like, oh, they're NXT women, so they're winning.
I
Bagoo.
also think that the quality of the matches they are in that don't involve Nikki Bella are pretty good. The quality of the Divas matches are going up. When
it's not with the Bellas.
Brie Bella's alright. But Nikki Bella's the one who keeps missing the kicks.
Granted, they're saying she's wrestling injured, but you know what? Wrestle, try harder, just so you can actually legit hurt yourself so you can get off my TV, you poison.
That doesn't excuse missing kicks. How do you miss a kick? How?
I'll show you later.
Poison. Get off my TV. I honestly preferred for the title being on the line than having a 3-team elimination match.
I've got a feeling this one is just going to be an exhibition just for...
I can't take this anymore.
And then the next show is going to be a legit match.
I hope so.
They got to, because it's Night of Champions.
There you go, exactly.
It's only because they want Nikki Bella to top AJ Lee's title reign. I don't feel like she deserves it.
She really doesn't, but...
That's what happens when you're doing the face of the company.
Give it to Charlotte. Give it to Charlotte at Night of Champions and let her run with it for nobody. Okay, have Charlotte do the Goldberg run.
If there's anyone that actually does deserve the top AJ Lee's title reign, it's Charlotte. It is. And if she wants to be the Ronda Rousey of WWE of the WWE Divas division,
they're already building it up.
Then do it.
They're already building it up. So have Charlotte win at Night of Champions. That'll be the big doings. Okay, and then just let her have the Bill Goldberg run. Nobody can beat her.
Yeah.
Until somebody comes up who can.
Right. And honestly, I think we're probably going to... Let's face it, we're going to revisit this conversation next month at Night of Champions.
Yeah. Which is why I think Charlotte gets the pin or the submission or whatever she does.
But
we'll see. We'll see.
To answer your question from earlier, there actually was a huge botch ending on SmackDown with a Divas tag team match with Naomi, Charlotte.
I did hear about that. Yes.
They actually have it on Botchamania. That match, it was just the whole thing fell apart.
Mm-hmm. So I heard.
So yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Hashtag give Divas a chance. Nope.
Divas a chance. Nope. Anyway, moving on.
Even taping it didn't make you look good.
Yeah. Well, you know. Anyway, next match, because let's face it, this one probably will be lower down the card, but it's higher up in my heart because I know I've been waiting for this one. We have Neville and Stephen Amell versus Stardust and King Barrett. Boys, who do you got?
Is this really like? Do we really have to really fully discuss this one? Because it's kind of obvious who's going to win this.
You know what? I completely agree with you. The winner is
Amell gets the pin on Stardust.
You're right. The winner is totally, completely obvious.
The only question...
The winner of my heart, Felicity Smoke. There you go. Win.
Smooth. The only question
so.
The only question that has to be brought up with this
is he going to
come out as Green Arrow?
Well,
is he
I
gonna
actually
come out
have an
as the
answer
Hood?
to that.
Apparently, yes.
Yeah, he actually just posted on Facebook today, as of the day of this recording. It's like, yeah, guys, I got a preview of the... I'm just packing up for SummerSlam. Got my boots here, got my athletic gear. And then he holds up the hood. He just looks at it and is like, come on, did you really think I'm not going to pack this? See you Sunday. Boom.
Oh, I'm actually really looking forward to this.
Oh, yeah. And plus, we've already seen how agile the dude is, legit. There's training videos of him training for Arrow, actually doing, like, free-running, like, parkour stunts and all that. He may not be, like, a full-on trained wrestler, but he can do some spots, man.
He did train at the Performance Center, and he actually did legit get hurt.
Oh, yeah. Are you talking about the jaw injury?
I believe so, yeah.
I thought that was just with, like, random-ass training.
No, that was actually at the Performance Center.
Oh, wow. See, I didn't even know that one.
And I have one question.
Yes.
Is Barrett going to keep the Cosmic King?
I'd be shocked if he did.
I can be perfectly honest. When that promo with Stardust and King Barrett, I actually liked it.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I actually did like that too. Considering what it's all for, hey, at least you know that these guys are still putting in a genuine effort.
I would actually like if they stayed as a tag team for a while. I kind of like
Cosmic King.
The Cosmic King
is afraid he's got some bad news.
I don't care what he does. I don't care what he does as long as he keeps bringing the bad news.
I like his cosmic cape that Stardust gave him.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say, I like his cosmic key.
Oh my god.
There it is.
Goldust isn't even here right now. Stop it.
Well, my mind's
going back to the climax.
Well, my mind is on Felicity Smoke, so leave me alone.
Never-ending climax.
Oh boy, fool.
Put season 3 on Netflix already, damn you.
Oh.
Anyway.
That's funny.
In October, that's how these things work.
I certainly hope so. Happy Halloween to me. Anyway. Moving on. Semi-main event. Brock Lesnar, Undertaker. Rematch. That's too big for WrestleMania, blah, blah, blah. Who do you got?
First of all, that's a freaking lie.
Yeah,
Second of all, okay, I want to say The Undertaker. I want to really bad.
But you don't. But you're not saying it.
Because on Raw, The Undertaker got the beat down. Got to beat down Brock Lesnar. And I have a... You had a gut feeling earlier. I have a gut feeling that they want Undertaker to get his win back at next year's WrestleMania.
So you're saying Brock Lesnar...
So I'm saying Brock Lesnar beats him again.
Alright. I'm personally saying Undertaker... Just because I've got a feeling he's going to get his win back now. Seems like they're making this event a way bigger deal than before. And I've been hearing other people pitching ideas about how Undertaker possibly get a win. I'm going to follow my gut with this one. I'm going to say Undertaker. Fool, you're the decider.
This is a very hard one.
Yeah, I know it is, right?
It's like what makes it so difficult is it's not more. It's like Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. It's more of a heelish Undertaker because you know
it kind of is.
Taker is getting legit booed on Monday.
Well, that's because
weird.
He's taking down the hometown hero.
Oh yeah,
but I'm not even just talking about that. It's just the fact that twice Undertaker has low blowed Brock Lesnar. That is heel tactics.
It really is. If you think
and
about it.
As something we've talked about on this show plenty of times, how you're booked at the Go Home show depends on your the result at the pay-per-view. Undertaker came out on top over Brock Lesnar. Yes, that's 100% correct. But they do want to have Undertaker get his win back against Brock Lesnar, who Paul Heyman said that Undertaker has never beaten Brock Lesnar. I actually may have to question that because I'm pretty sure Undertaker has beaten Lesnar.
I actually looked this up after the streak ended, but I actually did look it up. Undertaker has actually never beaten Brock Lesnar.
Really?
Yeah,
oh.
I actually looked that up. It's not.
They did the double DQ when Brock Lesnar first became champion. WWE champion, and then Brock Lesnar beat him in Hell in a Cell.
That I know.
And then they never fought. As far as I know, they never fought again.
All right. So who's your final pick, Fool?
I have also been hearing ideas of what could happen, and because of it, and the fact that they actually do want to keep Taker around for more shows, I've been reading, I'm gonna go with Taker. Because, not just because I am in love with the Undertaker, but it's just because from what I've been hearing and the plans that they've been having for him for the future.
Okay, it's really, again, this is one that could be potentially really close to call. So you know what? I'm not going to say no to you.
And I'm just going to have to ask you something. I actually do think they're going to close They're going to close SummerSlam with this.
Yeah, this one, as far as this particular show, I mean, talking about like the Scholars of Wrestling, this particular episode.
Yeah.
This one was a really difficult one to determine. Is this going to be the last one we talk about, or is the next one?
They've been branding this as the match that's too big for WrestleMania. They're
if it doesn't main event, show. If it doesn't main event SummerSlam, then something has gone
the title so I'm like
terribly wrong.
I was like, then what does that say to WrestleMania if it's not the final match for the show?
That's why
in that regard, it seems kind of lose-lose. But anyway, go ahead.
Besides, Brock Lesnar versus Taker, I think, is a lot bigger deal than the next match.
Yeah, you're not. I'll tell you what.
That's an easy transition for
which
you.
Which is saying something because it's a title versus title match.
Yeah, let's
easy
after
transition.
That, let's just get right into it. Yeah, we've got the one of two main events. We have, let's see here, John Cena versus Seth Rollins, U.S. Champion versus WWE Champion, title for title, winner take all. Guys, give me something.
If it's the main event, for whatever reason, okay, John Cena wins. Okay,
put that pen down.
Put it down.
I gotta take notes here. Finish your thought.
If it is not the main event, okay, because John Cena tying the record, would he be tying it or would he be breaking it?
He'd be tying it.
If John Cena tying the record would be main event worthy. Okay, if it's not the main event, Seth Rollins wins.
But you gotta pick one right now.
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins? Okay.
Because they're booking The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar to be bigger than WrestleMania. So how is that not the main event?
It's big,
right?
The irony of saying it's too big for WrestleMania, yet they're doing this on their number 2 show.
Seth Rollins will win, and then he'll publicly spit on the United States title the next night on Raw.
I'm going to follow my gut here. I'm going to say Rollins wins. Just because I just don't want to see Cena win. Because really, what are they going to do next? Cena's just like has got like Titan status once again. What happens? I just don't see it.
The problem is a lot of people are saying that the WWE the WWE is worried about the ratings of Raw, the ratings of all their shows, and that's why they gave John Cena a shot in the first place. That's why I'm a little worried that they're gonna jump the shark and give Cena the title back, because that means anything about ratings.
Who do you got, Fool?
I'm actually gonna pull something huge on this one. I'm going to say Seth Rollins wins, and I'm going to say he's going to win clean.
Why do you say that?
Because I actually see this being a big step for Seth Rollins. I can see this being something similar to his other WrestleMania moment. I can actually see him reach the point where he's been doing so well as a heel on the mic. He actually is getting cheers. After he broke Cena's nose, people have been cheering for him.
Well, yeah, that's because he broke Cena's
But he
nose.
actually has been doing really great as like doing some heel tags. It's the whole Conan O'Brien bit with the picture of Cena and him mouthing being John Cena's lips.
I'm sorry, that was funny.
That was hilarious. A friend of mine who does another show, he actually hated it, but I'm just like, I actually think it's quite hilarious. I actually see that, and from this one promo, from the contract signing this past Monday, they're talking about how this is showing that Seth Rollins is not, like, they start talking about how this is, Triple H put his legacy on Seth Rollins' shoulders. I can see him, like, fighting and actually beating Cena clean and showing that, yes, I am well enough to hold on to Triple H's legacy.
Hold on. I just had a thought when you said that. Okay, Triple H's legacy on Seth Rollins' shoulders. What if Triple H comes out, helps Seth Rollins win, and then we get Triple H versus Cena at WrestleMania?
Wouldn't be the worst idea in the world, I suppose.
They want all their big guys fighting at WrestleMania, right? Past and present. Triple H versus Cena. The head of the company versus the face of the company.
I would say that would be a great idea if it wasn't so long between WrestleMania and now.
Well, it's
as
have the long build of The Rock versus Cena, Triple H versus Cena.
As an interesting idea, interesting idea as that is, I still don't think that's going to happen. I just see this as Seth Rollins' face turn, and I could see them pulling something drastic, and Sheamus comes in and cashes in on Seth Rollins after he beats Cena.
I don't believe we'll get the face turn. He's too far into the heel turn at this point in time. But I can see. I don't think they're going to cash in so early.
Here's the thing. There's been rumors going around that they want to have Triple H versus Seth Rollins at Mania.
That would be interesting.
And so, with Seth Rollins getting cashed in, it would make Triple H look at him and be like, "You really got cashed in?
Really?
I would never have gotten cashed in."
Because I don't believe Triple H has ever been cashed in on.
No,
not yet.
He has not, and he feels like being taken out like that would hurts him, and have it be the seed that you see Triple H and Seth Rollins starting to get down on each other's throats, saying, "I gave my legacy to you, and you're treating it, and you go and you start looking like this," because they have been starting this whole thing with Seth Rollins saying, I don't care what the authority says and all that, and Triple H has always been throwing Seth Rollins big curveballs, example Brock Lesnar. So I could see this being, I feel like Seth Rollins, if you want this title reign to be so successful, have him beat John Cena have him beat John Cena clean. Be the guy that, like with John Cena saying, you be the man, like the whole be the man, you got to beat the man thing with the United States Championship Open Challenge. Have the guy who he's been crapping on this entire time being a false champion, have him prove Cena wrong.
Mm-hmm. I like the idea, but it's also the WWE we're talking about here. If Seth Rollins wins, it's got to be bullshit. it's got to be a bullshit ending. I would love to see your storyline come true. I would love it, and I would be all over Twitter, tweeting that shit with capitals and all. But if Seth Rollins wins, when Seth Rollins wins,
I see what you did. There you go.
When Seth Rollins wins, it's gonna be to move John Cena onto his next feud. Mm-hmm. Someone's gonna come in, someone who we haven't seen before. I could see it like someone new, someone who has no part in the Authority storyline or anything like that comes in and attacks Cena.
You have someone in mind?
No, but maybe if Roman Reigns turns on Dean Ambrose, he doesn't go to the Wyatt family. He ends up he attacks Cena and teams up again with Seth Rollins, and that's ultimate betrayal for Dean Ambrose. But either way,
Rollins wins.
Rollins wins. Rollins wins via bullshit.
And also, I don't want John Cena to win. After the whole promo talking about Ric Flair and he had his shirt, and just because you called me out, now I'm gonna get a new shirt. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Screw that logic. If you're gonna basically like, oh, I do it so I can have an updated T-shirt. Screw that. Yeah, I hated that. My face was Triple H's face during that book contract signing.
My big thing is, if you're gonna tie Ric Flair's championships held 15 times, that has to be the main event. Okay, that's big enough that it has to be the main event. If it is not the main event, they're not going to do it.
And I don't think it's going to be the main event.
Yeah, well, no matter what they're going to do, I think only time will tell. We'll find out the night of what actually ends up happening.
Well,
I think that's going to be the big kicker.
Duh.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Only time will tell. In the meantime, we already put in our predictions, so ladies and gentlemen of the internet, we want to know what you think now. And of course, you can always put in your predictions through all the usual means. Leave us a comment on this video explaining who you think will win. You can also contact us on the Twitter machines using any of our handles at either ScholarsOW. You can contact me on Twitter at I'm Robbie Rage. Fool, what's yours?
At the Avataric.
Brian?
At Atomic Beanpole.
Beautiful. And of course, you can find us on Facebook, The Scholars of Wrestling Show. Follow us there, like our Facebook page. And of course, you can also like this video too. And subscribe if you want to see more. You can get all the new Scholars of Wrestling content every single week directly right into your face.
Hey!
Enjoy it.
Follow
along. Follow the academic discussion. Let's make it real. Well, gentlemen, this is the week that summers are made of. Yes. It's SummerSlam week. We know where we stand. We all know who we are. We are the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled.
You're welcome.
See y'all at SummerSlam.
Summer!